Hey guys, welcome back to another raid video. We're looking at Golden Reaper. Golden Reaper has been a pretty crucial part of my Faction Wars team right now. We'll go over the skills, masteries, and the gear that I have currently on her. And then I'll show you part of the Faction Wars battles just so you can see how she works and the team that I've built around her. So the main thing that I really wanted is this A1. If I can get this to proc and get her to take multiple turns, it definitely turns the tide of the battle pretty quickly because I can decrease an ally's skill by 1 turn. So this is a pretty strong A1 skill. Her A2 is really strong as well. It's an AoE attack, has a chance to place the large version of the decrease attack, and if the enemy doesn't have that decrease attack, we're going to decrease their turn meter by 20%. So just right there, that's a 75% chance. With the masteries, that's 80% chance. A really strong AoE. I do have a lot of survivability in my Faction Wars, but these two paired up here are just phenomenal together. And then on top of that, her A3 here, I mean, her whole kit is strong, guys. The whole kit is strong. So A3, we got that increased speed buff, 30% for all your allies, and the turn meter by 20%. All in all of her skills are phenomenal. You can use them in any build, I think, in Faction Wars, and probably some other dungeons as well. Really strong champion. She is voiced, so she's a little harder to get. But if you get her, man, you got to use her. You got to use her because she is just so strong. So just real quick for the masteries, I did go down and get this turn meter increase when her debuffs expire just because of the decreased attack. I'm still playing around with it. I think I need to redo this because I probably want this turn meter increase with the buffs as well. I think I got this by mistake, but I need to change that just so she can get the turn meters as fast as possible. And then I did go ahead and get the sniper here and the master hexer because of those debuffs. We want them to land and we want them to hopefully extend the duration of those. And then for the defense, trying to get some survivability, I did get this shield here because I do have miscreated monster because he has those really strong shield buffs, and 5% of that is gonna add up quite a bit. And then I went down here to get a counterattack chance. I thought about the other counterattack, but I think I want this one here because with all the buffs that I have on my Faction Wars team, I don't think there's a lot of times where she loses 25% in one hit. I still need to test this out, and maybe when I move a little higher in the Faction Wars, maybe I'll switch that up. But for right now, I'm kind of banking on when they get a debuff, she's gonna be able to counterattack hopefully. I do have Doom Priest to clear those debuffs, so all in all, I think that'll be a pretty good setup. And then with that, I'm still trying to figure out if I want more accuracy for that AoE decrease attack, or if I want more resistance. So I do have Doom Priest to remove those debuffs, but I still need to test it out to figure out which one of those I want. I'm leaning towards the accuracy, but she has pretty good accuracy right now. Total stats here, 246 accuracy. She's not having a difficult time really. I did want to get her speed up quite a bit, and then I kind of lean on survivability for the most part, just because I don't want her to die. I did go ahead on the necklace and get crit damage because I do have that crit buff from Doom Priest, and then as well as gosh, I can't remember his name right now, but I got another crit damage buff as well, just to try to help out in the damage department. So with this, I did go ahead and get all the speed gear because I wanted a lot of speed. I don't have the ideal setup for all these pieces because I don't think I need a lot of resistance just because I had Doom Priest. But I basically just put her in just extra gear that I had. Just some random gear that I had laying around. I did get some speed rolls there, so that's pretty good. Ideally, she does have low base defense, so I guess the HP isn't bad for the main stat there. But just really gear that I had laying around. Nothing is phenomenal if you look here. I definitely could probably replace 80% of this gear, and I would definitely do a lot better. So let's go ahead and go through the faction wars just so you can see how she works and the teams that you can build around her. Okay, so right now I'm on stage 18 because I'm having a little trouble with that stage 19. Sometimes those stage 19s are a little tricky. But I do have two miscreated monsters in here, Doom Priest, and then the Frost King, I forgot his name. So he has that crit damage buff, and as well as some other buffs to help me survive. Obviously, everyone knows miscreated monster with the shields and everything. Doom Priest that can remove the debuffs. So we'll just show just a little bit of this battle, just so you can see how it kind of works. For the most part, the survivability of the team is really strong. I need to work on my damage, I think, a little bit. But Doom Priest has has Relentless, so you see Doom Priest just taking an insane amount of turns. And then we're just gonna load up on the crit buffs, the crit damage buffs, the shield buffs, the ally protection buffs, and hopefully keep alive all my heroes here and just slowly dwindle them down. I think I have a stun set on one of the miscreated monsters. I think I do. And I want to say all my miscreated monsters are kind of slow. I think they're kind of slow because I needed them to have like max HP. But if you see here, I mean the survivability is pretty well. If anything, I would expect her to die out of everyone, I think. So I think Doom Priest has higher defense. I'm pretty sure she does. But yeah, we're just slowly dwindling them down and having a lot of survivability. We're getting that skill turn cooldown whenever she can take a turn. So really strong there. And I don't know. Ideally, I think I'd want to... I don't know. I think I'd either want to decrease the skill turn cooldown of Miscreated Monster with the shield buff, because that's pretty strong buff just to survive. Or maybe the Frost King with the increased defense buff. But they all have really good skills. I think the one that I could probably live without is probably Doom Priest, just because I'm really utilizing her passives. So I could probably do without her getting that perk there from the A1 skill turn cooldown. But yeah, so you can see here, I'm just slowly dwindling them down, and it's a pretty good combination because we got a lot of speed here, and the more speed that I can get on Doom Priest, the less likely I'm going to have debuffs, because every turn that she takes, she's going to remove debuffs. So pretty strong I think team here, just trying to figure out that stage 19, I think. So anyways, hopefully that kind of helps you guys on the Night Revenant. And you know, again, if you have some of these heroes, definitely use them, because they're really strong together. They're really strong together. They don't have insane damage, but just right there, let's see. Yeah, we don't... Trying to see if I get any debuffs, but see here with all these buffs that I get, I mean, look at all those buffs that I get there. I'm just insane the amount that we can get. So anyways, hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of this Void Epic champion. If you pulled her, definitely use her, because Golden Reaper is just phenomenal. She is really strong, top tier, I think, and she will help you progress in Faction Wars.